Hi everyone, Andy here. I wanted to release a few videos over the next few days to go and share with you a little bit about my property investing journey, but also the 5 reasons why I think that you should look at investing in residential property too. Now, as I'm sure you're aware, the Bank of England base rate at the moment is at the lowest it's ever been at 0.1%. And as such, savings in the bank are getting zero returns really compared to what they used to. Also, pensions aren't what they used to be either. I know that for me, the pension age is getting later and later. So currently it's 68, but who knows what's going to happen. And if I was claiming the state pension today, I'd only get about £175 a week or £9,000 per year. So it's not very much. So I realized this a few years ago, and I started looking at other ways to go and secure my financial future and settled on investing in property. And that's where these 5 reasons really came to show me how important investing in property can be. So I hope you find these useful. Personally, they've helped me to build a portfolio of about 1.5 million in the last few years, and that brings me in an income every year of about £30,000. So I will be releasing some more details over the next few videos just to go and flesh these out a little bit. But in the meantime, if you find them useful, give the video a like, and yeah, I hope you find them useful. Number one, cash flow. When you invest in rental property, of course, you want it to go and make you cash every month. Money comes in from tenants who are making use of the property that you own. You then go and have certain expenses. So it may be the mortgage, it may be insurance. And then, of course, there should be some money left over at the end of every month. So depending on the strategy that you choose, different properties can cash flow differently. For example, there may be a single let where you rent it out on one contract. It might be a house in multiple occupation where you go and rent it out to several different people, which can bring a higher income. Or perhaps it can be serviced accommodation where you rent out a property on short-term lets via websites such as Airbnb or Booking.com. But the first reason that I think investing in property can be really, really great is through the cash flow that it can provide. Number two, capital growth. Owning property is a great way to build your wealth because over the medium to long term, property prices in the UK are on an upwards trend. Now, of course, they do go up and down depending on the market. In 2008, as we all know, during the credit crunch, property prices did fall, but then they spend some time to recover, and again, they go back on an upwards trend. So if you're able to buy property and hold on to it and rent it out, it's a great way to build your wealth over time. Number three, leverage. If you were to go out and try and purchase some shares, you have some cash and you buy that number of shares in the cash that you have. You can't go to a bank and go and say, I've got £1, would you go and give me some additional money to go and buy some shares? However, that's not the case, of course, in property. Because banks lend against the asset, they're more than happy to go and lend funds on it. So if you go and put £1 down, they will typically give you £3 on a buy-to-let investment. So it's a great way for you to leverage some money that you have by using the money of another organisation. Of course, also within property, you can leverage other people, whether it's contractors for doing your maintenance, whether it's cleaners for looking after the property, whether it's a managing agent to make sure that your tenants are looked after properly. There are so many different ways that you can leverage people and funds within residential property. Number four, adding value. The great thing about property is how flexible it is. If you were to look at a standard house, you might be able to extend it. You can put in a new kitchen. You can go and convert the loft. You can use it differently, perhaps rather than a single let, you could use it as a house of multiple occupation. Property is really flexible in enabling you to have control about how you maximize the value from it. And that's what gets me so excited about investing in property. So definitely look at opportunities for adding value, doing different things to try and maximize your returns in property. Number five, passive income. If you go and leverage the skills of a managing agent, it's factored into your numbers. You actually don't need to do very much to look after your rental properties. Find a good quality agent. They'll deal with all of the hassle, the difficulties with any tenants. Make sure that the tenants are referenced and looked after, and you just take the passive income that the properties generate for you month in, month out. Now, having been in the industry now for many years, I would say that it can't be 100% passive, but compared to a job or some other ways of investing your money, it can be near enough passive every year. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it useful. If you did, give the video a like so that other people can also see it. Also, I'd love to hear from you. What's your top 5 reason for investing in property? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.